If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 496. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger the Hitman.
And I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I know you guys have all missed me, but I am James the Yacht Dog. Yaunt. Woof, woof.
Yeah, Jan's back. Oh, so there's not just three of us tonight, everyone. There's four. Jan's back. His beard is groomed. His hair is cut. He looks like he's prepared for the show. He's wearing a collared shirt like myself. Yeah.
I feel like the beard is whiter.
I'm pretty sure
right?
I didn't need you to say that, but yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
We're not getting younger.
Yeah, I know. Like,
This isn't too old to be young.
Yes, welcome back, Jan. This will be good. I'm sure
See ya, Yanni.
you'll handle this like a champ tonight, like you never missed a beat. So, all right. Well, why don't we just jump right into the show proper, and we'll start off as always with the mailbag for feedback and questions from our last episode. And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Clean Bandit 96 comments. When I said that the show is completely different, it's exactly the same, and I love it, I meant that it's more like a comfy hoodie. It looks different on the outside, but has that warming calm only it can provide.
Nice compliment. Everybody likes a good hoodie.
Well, thanks, Clean Bandit.
I guess that's the only response you can give it. Yeah. Thanks. Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess it does make more sense than the original thing, where you're like, the show is completely different, but it's exactly the same. Like, that didn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest.
Well,
But
I can't remember. Did we shit on him for what he said?
I think so. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been here for a while, but I'm guaranteed that's probably what it was.
And it wasn't just me on. Everybody shat on him.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I'm starting to notice a theme here. I don't know if it's a good one.
So, yeah. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Clean Bandit, and thank you for the nice compliment. All right. Next up, Puss Not Puss asks, you three did a, or as Jan says, Puss Not Puss. I'm not sure which it is. So, there's no cues here to decide. So, Puss Not.
Wait, isn't it
Puss?
Puss Not Puss or Puss Not Puss?
Oh,
Oh,
that is
Right?
it. Actually, like,
That's how I saw it the moment I read it. I was like,
okay, but we don't know which order they go in, though.
You're right.
So there's still ambiguity. But
Yes,
that's hit. I
yes.
think you're absolutely right. It's either Puss Not Puss or Puss Not Puss. Yeah.
Right.
Because it wouldn't make sense to do the same word twice, like
Right,
Jan and I did.
right.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
All right, good call. All right, so we'll go with Puss Not Puss comments or asks. I
Sounds like
can't
the
even-
better option to me.
Yes,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
You three did a great episode last week, guys. My question is this. What is the official nickname for fans of the show? Lady Gaga has her little monsters. Star Trek fans are Trekkies. What are we?
still can't
So
believe you
go
used the
slow
Lady
when you-
Gaga as one of your references here. Come on, we're all nerds here.
This
Still
is
got gamers. I don't know.
still got gamers.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Still got gamers.
There's not
Yes,
really nothing rolls off the
SGGers.
tongue. Yeah,
SGGers.
SGGers. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, back in the day when we were all doing our own thing on the Tool to Play website, I mean, we all had, some of us were old man mafia, some of us were poners. I mean,
Oh,
there's
the
a whole
clans, yeah.
list of different types of people that, so I mean, we're all gamers, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So you guys don't really have I wouldn't say you have an official name.
See, if we're gamers, we're still got gamers.
I mean,
So-
if he wants to think of one and get it right back in and tell us, that would be, we will definitely
Yes.
listen
How would
to
you
it.
like us to call you?
yeah, if you have something cooler than still got gamers, let us know. But otherwise, that's what we're going to roll with. So, but thanks. Which order did I go in? Puss, not puss. Puss, not puss. Yeah. Puss, not puss. Thanks, puss, not puss. All right, next up, moving on. Scott's dad asks, I know at least some of you have kids. How did you balance their video game time when they were young? I feel like I'm losing control or have already lost it.
Just let it go.
Can I say? One, I don't have kids, so like really, like I'm gonna back out of this one. But
Probably wise. Yeah.
from a like, if I ever had kids' point of view, I feel like, and I don't know if you like, again, I don't know what you guys do, but like I feel like I would use a lot of those like parental controls that they have, and like
Yep.
like time limit, like
Time limits and
That's
Yeah.
what we do.
Start
We have
times and
limits,
end
parental
times, yeah.
controls.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, when the kids were little, we used the shit out of them. Well, they didn't exist when the kids were really little, but then once they were invented, I started using the shit out of them. So.
It's so hard nowadays. I mean, because they all have iPads because they have to for school, depending on what range, or a laptop depending on what range or age of your kid.
you know,
So they all have games and stuff on their laptops or their iPads. So it's hard to like. You just have to lock them down with the parental controls and give them time frames of like, okay, you just have to be the parent and sit there and say, okay, you can game from this time to this time and no other time, because you can set internet limits on your router and stuff too as well. So I mean, you have all kinds of stuff, and it's don't get me wrong, it's hard. It's not easy because then my kids are like, "Can I have another hour?" And you're like, "Oh, all right." Especially like when you're playing with them, you definitely want to like give them an extra hour.
give a little
You're
boost.
having fun, so.
I will say though, you definitely, not to go against Yant, but you definitely do not want to enable the limits on the router if you don't have to, because as soon as you enable DPI or deep packet inspection, the overall throughput for all traffic, whether it's kids traffic or not, because each packet has to be looked at and it has to look at the MAC addresses and
Now you're just
everything,
getting technical
slows the
there.
whole thing down. But yeah, just saying.
I know. I didn't mean
Yeah.
the router. I meant in general.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
There's other ways to do it. Is what my whole thing was.
Yeah.
Most people aren't as technical as you, Derek. So
No, sorry.
people don't know. Like you're like router. There's a thing in my house that internet thingy.
No, I did try that at one point on my my Asus ROG router.
Yeah.
And my, like, all of a sudden I enabled and disabled some stuff, but my traffic went down from a gigabit a second to about 300 megabits a second. So
Well, we have the Google Mesh network in our
Mm.
house, and we can look at devices, and we can actually set time frames on certain devices on that, as well as on the device itself and other things like that. So
yeah, it's just when you do it on the router, it's got to look at every packet. So
yeah.
But all in all, it gets harder the older they get. Like my 17-year-old turning 18-year-old, it's almost impossible. The only way I can really restrict them is go down and pull the whole cable from a wall. Just shut off the internet. But then he's got his phone, so it's like
they're sneakier than crap nowadays. So they find any way possible to play or do whatever they want online. So you just have to be a parent and be cool about it, but yet still keep those restrictions to keep them safe.
So Scott's dad, where you're saying you feel like you may have already lost it, Selden definitely sounds like he's lost control.
on my 17-year-old, I've completely lost it. My 12-year-old, I got control still. So,
but he'll be gone soon, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
All on him.
Until he fails out of college because he's up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning playing VR.
You don't send your hardware to college, Selden. If you pull that move, we're going to make fun of you each and every week. There's no reason for a kid to take a console to college, okay? You take it from a guy that has 20 consoles in the house here. But
Why I did.
Well, we were smarter than our kids.
True.
Yeah. All right.
That's debatable.
Moving on. Last but certainly not least, Altius asks, since you gentlemen haven't appreciated my recent questions, I thought I might throw you a softball. What was your take on this year's Game Awards? Also, what are your thoughts on the arrogance of Jeff Keighley scheduling Summer Games Fest 2023 for June 8th, nearly a week prior to the industry coming together in LA for the return of E3? All right, so let's start with the first part.
We love you, Altius.
I'll apologize for them. I wasn't here. I apologize for them being a
Shitting
bad
on
team.
Altius. I wasn't gonna deal with that part. I was just gonna go right to the questions.
Well, you said the first part, so I was going to deal with it nicely.
Okay.
So,
You dealt with it nicely, Jan. So
There you
Jan absorbed he was the bullet sponge there.
yeah, there you go.
Game Awards, I thought they blew. They sucked. They suck shit. I know we joked about this beforehand and said game over Greggy's making all the choices and blah, blah, blah. But there's no fucking way that Splatoon was a better game than Call of Duty. This is all like a fanboy fucking fuck fest of how you pick games for the fucking
It's so
Game
bad
Awards.
that they actually had a fanboy walk on stage and stand there.
I know he's right. He's right in our show graphic right there.
I'm
He's
like,
right in the middle.
How bad is it that your show that you have, first of all, no security enough that are smart enough to figure this out. Second of all, that you can just tell it's a fanboy show when he just walks on stage and just like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm just, just chilling here.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, the show like started off kind of weird, and there were a couple of weird moments. It makes me wonder if like they regret some of these ones.
Where they
like,
let the first guy talk for
Al
20
Pacino.
minutes. Oh no, even the Al Pacino thing.
Like the Al Pacino part was so cringe.
That was weird. And then
Like,
the guy,
I don't know if they realized that he can't read the teleprompter because he's fucking like 100 now, and like,
and it's like way too far away. Yeah,
like who decided this would be a good booking? Like even he's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like,
I don't know video games at all.
I have kids.
I haven't picked.
watch them
What's
play
these video games?
games.
What are these video games you speak of?
Yeah.
Like,
and then he gives
weird.
the award to the God of War guy, and that guy has
to
never
the number 2 cringe moment.
He's
because
never
this
seen
guy-
an award show. He's like, let me spend 5 minutes on each person in my life that I feel deserves this.
Don't get me wrong. I love Christopher Judge. I think his performance was great. I was happy he won. And like part of his acceptance speech was like moving. And then it was kind of like, all right, like how long is this guy going?
Play the music. Walk him off.
And then it started, which they did. They
Eventually, yeah.
But like it felt like was like towards the end, like I was thinking to myself, I'm like, is this fucking guy high? Like he's just like going off on like tangents. Like
it was a train wreck. So
yeah,
between the show itself, between like the obvious fucking back behind the scenes dick sucking that goes on, like Kojima had no
even
business.
just the awards. The awards themselves, like they were all done in a rush in between like
Trailers,
commercial
trailers,
breaks, like,
world premiere.
They really should rename that show because it didn't feel like an award show. It just felt like a trailer show where they announce like awards in between. Like,
I'll be honest, I watched bits and pieces of it, but I'm like, forget this. I could just wait. The only thing I care about is the trailers, so I'll just watch those on YouTube
and I
later.
feel like that's all we. I feel like that's all we care about. Like it's just trailers and what new stuff's going to be shown, not necessarily the awards, but I don't know.
I mean, I think it goes into the next thing. I mean, the Game Fest and E3. Who cares? I mean, it's all digital now to some extent. There's
like I also
all
don't
I care about
understand-
seeing is what's the new games coming out. Just show me with the new games and have some good games. Who cares about the shows anymore?
I don't understand the wording in his comment, the arrogance of Jeff Knightley. Like, what arrogance! Like,
so I actually,
if anything, his show has become more popular than E3. So like,
only because there was no E3. So like this year, there's actually I'm planning on probably going out to LA for E3. So I wouldn't have used arrogance. I would just use that he's a dumbass. But so what Keeley is asking is for people to come out. So picture any games journalist. You're going to be out there for the week of E3. He's asking you to come out 5 days prior for his thing. And what are you going to do? Fly back to Minnesota or wherever you're fucking...
Everybody stays in LA. Yeah, that's why I don't think it's such a big deal. Like all the big guys, they're already there.
They're
already the game people. It's the people that come to the events. It's talking about.
Yeah, it's the journalists. They like
the journalists and all those productions.
They're not all. No, they are not.
No, they'll come in for
the big ones
for the summer games. They'll leave and they'll come back, and that sucks.
All the IGN people are there beforehand. What's the other major one? They're all there way beforehand,
but not like a week beforehand. You're asking them.
I'm talking about a week beforehand.
You're asking them to spend 2 weeks in LA. No. That's nuts.
I mean, if it goes for 2 weeks, then maybe, but like a lot of them are already there way in advance.
Yeah, this is a big ask. Like what he really should have done is tacked it on right after E3. E3 ends on the Thursday. Boom, make it that following Friday. Don't assume that people are going to come in early for your shit. Do we know when
Xbox is? Do we know when Xbox is?
We don't know where any of those showcases are yet.
So, like, what if Xbox ends up being the 11th? You know,
well, that's like usually what it is. It's the 11th and 12th are usually those things, but that's still 4 days early.
It's messed up. I think it's a bad move on his part, but
yeah,
who knows?
I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially since like given like how E3 has dropped off so much and his has gained.
Yeah, but even for the press conferences, not everybody from those outlets goes to those. Like for an outlet like IGN, of the 10 journalists that they spend money on to put up in LA for that time, maybe 2 go to the presser. Like all 10 don't get invites. There's no reason for that.
Actually, I guess right. It's the 11th.
Wow. Good job. Yeah.
Like it would be the 11th, right? The Sunday.
Yeah, that's what
I just guessed.
Yeah, because it's Sunday, Monday, and Sunday and Monday.
I didn't even know that the June 8th is the Thursday. This doesn't seem like such a big deal. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's perfectly.
Like if his is on a Thursday and Microsoft is usually on Sunday, that means one of the other guys is usually the Saturday, and then Sony and Nintendo are Monday, Tuesday. Like I don't see how this is a big deal.
I don't know. I do see it as a big deal. So
especially since I know that all the big guys are already there. Like all the Giant Bomb guys went a week before because they had to set up production. Same with all the IGN guys. And by the way, they send all the IGN people down. Like it's a huge production. Like even if you're not on camera, like you're doing shit in the back. Like they have what they call the war room. And like they're all already there a week before. Plus, they're basically already in LA. Like they're in and around the California area. Like
IGN is, but like
yeah, that's what I mean. Like a lot of these guys are the big guys.
Game Informer's out of fucking Minnesota. Like
but who's Game Informer owned by?
No fucking idea.
Aren't they part of the Giant Bomb umbrella?
Oh, and the Giant Bomb is not the umbrella of any credible news source.
But like
they're the bitch of some credible news source.
Yeah, like Ziff Davis or
ZD Publishing or something.
Whoever's in charge of CBS, like
Viacom, who
CBS,
knows?
I think. Yeah. Anyway, I don't see this as a big deal. I mean, it's a Thursday.
All right, Altius, I see it as a big deal. I got your back this time.
I don't. Okay, let me rephrase it. I don't think arrogance is the word to use it. Like the Thursday before Microsoft Sunday, like doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But
I think it would have been less arrogant to do the Friday after.
Like if he would have done the Sunday before E3, like a full week before Microsoft, then I'd be like, all right, that's a big gap.
That's a big ask, yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe Too Old to Play will send the 4 top podcasters out there for it a week early.
With what? Who's paying for that?
Yeah,
somebody get Duty on the phone.
if you know when I get people approved for E3, it's usually an out of pocket expense. But yes, it's for the experience. Yes,
I would love to go, but I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, it's for the experience of going. So, all right, well. Thanks, Altius. Jeff Keighley's a prick. I got your back. Don't hate us.
Let's just keep alienating everyone in the industry. That's how we get sponsors.
Yep. All right. Well, if any of you have questions or comments like these guys, give us a call 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooldtoplay. And on that, one order to what we're playing. Hit, what have you been playing this week?
A lot of Warzone, Call of Duty in general. I find that their package of games are what's the word? Time consuming, and good. I'm still playing multiplayer, which is I find weird, but So I was like the biggest anti Call of Duty guy, and now I'm like doing everything: DMZ, Warzone, multiplayer. Now we got this new thing coming out. Like, holy shit, this is quite the package they got this year. And then I've also been doing Sea of Thieves just had their new just released their new adventure. Finished that last night, which kind of sucked because like I was doing it alone, and I had to go get these like story mission items. And it was 3 of them, and they 3 chests with 3 different keys. And the last thing I had to do was return this stuff to the vendor for this story. Mm-hmm. And these guys came and gave me troubles. Oh my God, leave me alone. I don't got any loot on board. And they still wanted to pick a fight, and I had to defend myself. I ended up sinking them. But in the process, my ship went down because it's literally just me, right? Like I was on board their ship when mine went down, and I was like, "Fuck!" I lost all the stuff, and I was basically going to give up. And this is a good don't give up story. And I decided, let me just go and see if I can find it. And I went sailing around for like 20 minutes and found my shit, pulled it out of the water, cashed it in.
It was still floating.
Yeah, finished the adventure and ended my stream out. But
doesn't stuff normally sink?
Yeah, it does. I think I may have gotten there just in the neck of time. I think you get like 15 minutes. And yeah, so I was like, if you go back and check my stream, like I was bummed. I was like, fuck, man, I just did this for 2.5 hours.
By yourself too, which is crazy.
Yeah, by myself.
You have to try
to
these
guys, and then these guys sink me, and then man, I almost gave up. And I didn't.
See, kids, there's the message.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Yep.
And then also tried out some Halo Infinite with their another update that they just released, and
the winter update.
Yeah, I'm liking these out of nowhere updates. Like
it's much better than the no updates. Yes.
Here's a new map. And here's auto aim for mouse and keyboard, and here's a bunch of other little things. I'll see you later. Like surprise, like whoa, okay. So yeah, nice. They said they're trying to recover.
Yeah.
Anyway, Selden, what about you?
Got a lot of recovering to do.
Lots.
Basically, only I've been playing is the Fortnite no build and DMZ. Really digging DMZ. That game type just really fits what I like to play. Get in there, do the missions, get out whenever I want. So it's been a lot of fun. So it's definitely a beta. There's still some graphical issues going on with that game. Every now and then you glitch out, and you're
graphical sudden, issues.
Yeah, you're almost like in a half third person, so like you're looking through your own skin.
Now, do you think that this is a game problem or a user problem?
I'm thinking it's a game issue.
I'm thinking it's a user problem.
Why do you think it's a user problem?
Because I haven't heard anyone else complain about this.
Yeah,
graphical issues.
I've seen it hit. I've seen it, not a lot, but I've seen it.
It's weird. It happens every once in a while. Like if you're swimming,
yeah, I think it happens.
Water swimming.
I think it happens a lot on outdated technology. Just saying.
Well, I mean, Series X. What are you talking about?
I mean,
most people don't have the 4090 there.
Dual SLI.
Sure.
So no, I'm just digging that. I'm digging that whole game type because it's very Tarkov-esque almost. Because whatever you bring in, you can lose, or whatever you get out, you can use again. So
nice,
definitely interesting. So I'm having fun with that. So how about you, Jan? What have you been up to?
I've actually been playing games for once in a long time.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually been playing a lot of COD. I really do actually enjoy the Warzone. I didn't enjoy the last one and kind of got old pretty quickly. I'm sure this new one will, but I like the concept of this new one a little bit better. The way it moves around. That fact that they added objectives for the nuke is pretty kind of a cool thing to it.
Yeah, we actually ran into a team for the first time that was on their nuke run.
It was on their new run. Yeah, it just adds another element to the game.
It just seems so impossible to achieve. Like,
but people have achieved it.
No, I know, but like it seems like
it's hard to do though.
Very
because you're like
it's very hard to win
on the map
5 in a row.
Get these guys.
Yeah, and then on this, if you manage to somehow win 5 in a row, you're a huge target on the map, and you have to do all these things, And like the last 2 steps lets everyone on the map know what's happening.
Yeah.
And like when it happened to us, we were like, should we go and help? Like maybe take these guys out? Because like if we don't, they're gonna win. And we're all gonna die. So but yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Very
like
exclusive.
DMZ,
I don't think I'll ever get I don't think I'll ever get a nuke.
No, I like the DMZ, except for I always get in lobbies with knuckleheads that are all running separate locations, just like scatter like cats, and I'm like, what the heck are you guys doing? Like, so, but I like it. I think it's a good new look to all the stuff they've done comparatively, and it's not a zombie, right? So it adds a new aspect to the game, something else to play. I agree with it. They've got a different kind of game mode for everybody, but then they have a genre that you can get into different kind of stuff. I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley a lot because my wife likes to watch that game, so I've been playing that because it's kind of just a fun. I sit on the couch, play a game.
Tiff plays that game.
I'm still playing that game too. I originally started playing with my kids and they kind of fell off, but every now and then I just go in and run through.
I just go in and run the level things up, and that's about it. But
I didn't see that on your list, so
watch it.
Yeah, I forgot to put it on my list.
Oh, I wouldn't say you forgot it. You just had the balls to put it on. Yes.
Yeah, I go in there every day and maintain my pumpkin farm so I can rack up the cash. So
I played a couple Sea of Thieves with my son. He wanted to play. He had a friend that I like the game a lot. I just don't. I mean, if Hit invited me every single time, I'd come play with Hit, but I can't go play by myself. I would run into the same thing Hit did. I would be like, yeah, I got all this cool stuff, and then like somebody come and kill me, and I'm like, son of a like. I know that's the part of the game, but that's the part of the game I don't like because I like to just.
I feel like it happens less now because they added that new PvP mode. To the game, and like I feel like
join.
Like if you want to get into a fight, like you just have to go to your table, select I want to fight, and and then you're in a fight. Like it's.
But I mean, it's still cool. I think that they've really evolved that game. From what it's been to what it is now. It was fun just to play with my son and his couple of his buddies. We're goofing around. I got the fire grenades and it was just chucking them on the deck and pissing them off. So nice. And then and I've been playing Marvel Snap a lot because I really enjoy that.
That won a game award.
Yeah, it did.
It's funny because I wish they would have. When they released it to the general public, I wish they would have erased everybody's because all these people that had the alpha and the beta have all the cards. Like, come on now, like give them the test server stuff and let them keep doing that, but make them start from the beginning. It's just, it's just kind of annoying because then they know, and not that they don't know, they will still won't know the ins and the outs, but it seems like it's a little bit of an unfair approach, and the fact that they need to figure out the balance of it seems kind of pay to win, right? You have to pay to get a card to be able to have a good deck, a meta deck. Yeah, it's kind of
that's why I'm surprised you're playing this. Yeah,
I actually because I'm a big Marvel fan and I like it. I like how it reacts. I like to be able to kind of figure out if I can find a deck that will beat other people that have a meta deck. So it's kind of a good aspect to it. It's kind of fun. And I like to collect the cards. That's, because I have my old school Marvel collection of cards I have. I have I think an 89 series of Marvel cards and stuff. It's just kind of nostalgia. I'm sure it'll fall off eventually, but right now it's kind of fun to play. So
nice.
That's pretty much it. How about you, Derek?
Well, believe it or not, I got sucked in this game called Vampire Survivors. It's on Game Pass, and it's imagine Geometry Wars, the fun that we all had with that game of like melting the pad of your thumb for playing and not blinking, and your eyes are watering and crying, and it is fucking phenomenal. It's a good fun game. I highly recommend anyone check it out. But it was recommended to me, and I thought it was going to suck. But it's one of those games you keep going back in, and as you work your way up, you get permanent level ups that then help you in the next game moving forward. And highly recommended. And if you were ever a Geometry Wars fan, definitely check it out. And then I've also played some Halo Infinite and some Call of Duty. So the usual. Hit's muted, but he's talking.
What are your
And
battle passes in Halo like? Are you done?
I could have been done, but we redid the campaign as co-op. So
No. You don't get any XP for that? No.
not really.
No,
Not enough.
that doesn't
of
help
when
the
you
battle
play.
pass now. So I'd say my battle pass is like 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah, I
And
feel like I'm like 25 or something like that right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I think if you bought the other battle passes and then quit out because you hated the game, I think you can go back and play the old battle passes too once you're done.
Yeah, I think they made
said that
them
from the
free.
beginning. Those are always going to be there. They're never going away per se. So
yeah, so if you spent the money and then got annoyed with Halo, and now Halo's good again, you can go back and just play the old.
Is it really good again? I mean, I know they're making
it's good again. It's
life changing.
Hold on. It's
things, but I don't think it's that good yet.
Like it's getting there. It's not there yet.
Yeah.
Well,
they're so hyperbolic, man. Like it's
I
work in progress.
I hated this game.
You make it sound like
I
it's
called
made
it Phalo.
180-degree turn.
It is. It was Phalo Infinite.
It has. There's still a lot of issues with the game. Like it's like not enough time's gone by. Like also, like time needs to go by.
I mean, I think it's weird. I know you said this. I thought it was weird that they were going to add tracking to mouse and keyboard. Like,
yeah. I mean,
it kind of probably needs it in that game, but that's.
I think it needed it in that game because controller was becoming or had become too dominant.
Yeah,
like way too dominant, and like it shouldn't have been like that. But I don't know.
Controller should be dominant in a Halo game. Fuck M&K. Sorry, there's certain games that are in mouse and keyboard.
I just don't think
Halo's
it should have
one
that much auto aim, and like there's too many videos of like the game doing all the work. Like it's just been like there's that famous snipe down video. Yeah,
they like added to the mouse and
they
keyboard.
Made it,
they should have dubbed it down for the controller.
I agree.
That's
totally
what they should
agree.
have done, was dub it down for the controller and not add it to the.
It was just, and that's what I was like kind of saying earlier. Like the controller became too dominant, like because they added so much auto aim to it instead of like how you just suggested. It should have been the other way around. Yeah. But I don't know.
Did you try any of the customs search tool thing?
No,
I haven't, but it's
like
I did ask last show. Remember, I'm like, they need something to be able to like
I tried it, but I tried it. I got a couple maps up, but I never found a game that anybody was actually playing.
So okay.
I was like, that's all I wanted to do is play some games on the custom maps, but like everything I found, it looked like it was active. Jumped in, it was just me running around the map. I'm like, motherfucker. So they got to tweak that a little bit. So
they got to get more of those into the rotation.
Are you sure you weren't in the searching for map section? Not searching.
No, I was in searching
matches.
I was searching for matches. So
weird.
So it definitely needs tweaked a little bit, but some of those maps are pretty damn.
Yeah,
cool.
I was about to say, like, I've been seeing a lot of videos recently of like map remakes or like new maps, and it's like, wow.
That's why they need to
one
start.
Thing I feel like Halo's always had really good when they brought the Forge out. Is the Forge is like a really good platform to build really cool maps. I mean, I remember in Halo 3 they had some crazy cool maps to play. Yeah. I mean, that's what I think that's remember right. That's where it spawned Hammerball.
Griffball, yeah.
Griffball. I mean, that was a fun game. I mean,
yeah. No,
and all these new maps are very very cool. I just like I said last show,
they gotta work them into the rotation.
They gotta you gotta get, or like Selden, like you have to be able to find them and play them. Like just having them is not enough.
Yep.
So work in progress.
All right, fair enough.
Upward trajectory, I would say.
All right. Well, on that, normally we move on over the new releases at this point, but there's no major new releases out this week.
Oh, you're wrong. High on Life comes out tomorrow.
Unbelievable. How can you not know about High on Life?
Derek's not high on life.
He
lives in a bubble.
It's the it's the creators of Rick and Morty's shooter game.
Oh no, you're gonna okay. You take it, Selden. Go ahead.
No, if you don't want it,
no, it's all yours. Selden's talking about
right.
High on Life by Justin Roiland. Yes,
Roiland
yeah.
Comes to High on Life. It's a humanity is being threatened by alien cartel who wants to use them as drugs. So I'm looking forward to playing this. This is pre-installed on my PC and on my Xbox. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to diving into this tomorrow. So
I like Rick and Morty. I don't think any of their games are fucking good at all. I think Roiland's plays off his Rick and Morty fucking fame to make games.
It's the humor is going to be hopefully spot on. So hopefully it's not too repetitive and it carries through the game. So
yeah, good triple C title. Good job. All right. So Selden, do you have any other triple C games you want to add to this list?
No.
All right. Then on that, we move on over to gaming news. First story. European Commission argues that FTC's Microsoft lawsuit is unjustified. So this was a fucked up twist of fate. So as we talked about last week, the FTC was suing Microsoft over the Activision Blizzard merger acquisition. And they said, hey, a good reason why we shouldn't let this happen is because, when they got Bethesda, they told like the EU that they were going to let them have the games, and then they screwed them over, and they're all Microsoft exclusives. And then the EU was like, no, they never told us that. No, we knew they were going to be Microsoft exclusives, and we didn't care. And and the whole point of your lawsuit is moot. So,
yeah, the FTC started this off on very shaky ground by their claims that they made. So, like, it was inevitable that the FTC was going to get in here because they have to have their say in the whole merger, as well as every other countries, fair trade clauses and company or agencies, whatever they are. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it was inevitable, but you should have done a
minutia of research. Yes.
Maybe not just rely on some intern's quick Google search on why should we protest this.
Oh, they fucked over the EU, Bethesda, all their games. No, we didn't really care.
No. And it would be interesting to see who is pushing the FTC, who filed the complaint to the FTC to have them initiate this investigation. But I don't know if we'll ever see that.
No, this is when you need to track down who's lobbying who and who's spending money where, and it's fishy at best. So, yeah. All right. Next story.
I'll take the next one.
Oh,
Mr. Beast is coming to Fortnite and giving one player $1 million. So I watched the event. I watched Ninja do the event. And when I saw Mr. Beast fly in or fly out of the map, I was just like, oh boy. Oh boy. They've sold their soul finally. But anyways, yeah. So I guess you get to load in and practice on December 13th, this event practice, and then you get to play the event on the December 17th. And it's an extreme survival challenge. So whoever has the highest score gets to win. So good luck, everyone. Oh, more highlights here. Let's see. You'll get to be able to release date on the 14th. There'll be Mr. Beast's pickaxe, backdrop wrap, skins, blah blah blah.
Anybody planning on playing this?
No.
I'm not planning on playing the event. No.
No, I think they're just riding the high of Mr. Beast. I mean, not to say Fortnite
I like
hasn't
Mr.
been on
Beast.
a high. Just do what?
I like Mr. Beast.
Oh, I do too, but I think they're trying to pull the high in from him to try to pull back some users. So,
honestly,
it's a great publicity thing. I think they're doing a good job. But I think that I think it's crazy that this guy, Mr. Beast, just gives money away all the time.
But he makes a
you know.
shitload of money, which is why he can turn around and give so much money away. That's
Oh, I
why he
know.
did the what
No,
the fuck
I get the
was
premise of what Mr. Beast does and what he's
the
always
Squid
done.
Game thing he did. That was like, whether in good taste or bad taste, the Squid Game thing was
Very lucrative for him.
yes, for him and for the person that won. So
Yep.
I mean, the person that won chump change in
compared to
comparison
what
to
he
how
got,
much he
yes,
got.
Yep.
Nope. He's a very smart man. He's got a great business model. What he's doing for all his
It's not only is he a smart man, but he's like a
company
nice
entities.
person. Like
Yeah,
he's a good
sure,
guy,
yeah,
from what I hear.
yeah.
Like I heard they tried looking for dirt on him, and he's like, "This guy's clean. Like he's actually a good
I mean,
person."
he lives practically in his studio. I
Yep.
mean, he's got a one bedroom that has a computer and a bed in it, and that's in a closet. That's pretty much his room, and that's what he does. The only time he actually gets out is when he does like his podcast with some people, or people come, or he's doing something crazy somewhere.
Or he
somebody
shows up
else,
somewhere with
you
a
know?
bag of money and is like,
Yeah,
do this
when
and you
he's
can
just-
have this.
or he's filming
Yes.
a video. Like
Yes.
he's pretty much just working all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I give him props. It's just goofy.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, but just goofy. So
Yeah.
but you get
It'll
out there and play.
it'll be
if you
fun
win
to
$1
see what
million.
happens,
Good
yeah.
luck.
But what do you need to do? You need to like gain a bunch of coins, and the people with the most coins will be able to enter this event. Is that what it is? I don't know how Fortnite works. So
Participants
like,
in the event will have to collect coins and survive in extreme challenges.
That's right up your alley, hit.
And the
Yeah.
highest scores possible. So it's kind of like, I'm sure it's kind of, you can see there, I'm sure it's kind of like some Fall Guys type of thing. So you're gonna have to go through all these crazy
Yeah.
built maps with, they have to collect coins and you gotta, survive them, and people probably gonna be able to shoot you or whatever. I don't it's Mr. Beast. Who knows? I'm sure they've been working on this for a while with them. and
oh
so,
yeah,
So
no
this
doubt.
is,
No
I'm sure this
doubt.
will be a crazy event to watch. Even if you don't want to do it, it'd just be crazy to watch. So
Also,
Should be
Fortnite had
fun.
a huge update the other day.
Yeah,
Switching over
Fortnite is
Unreal.
It's freaking
You can actually see
gorgeous
it.
now.
You can actually see it in that thumbnail they have. Like,
Yeah.
it's very detailed lighting. A lot of good lighting now, and yeah, very nice.
For
Yeah,
a
they
shitty
brought a lot more
toy
Manson-
game, it looks really polished now. So yeah.
Yep, they did a really good job on it. The gameplay is really smooth. The mantling is coming into effect a lot more. The graphics are just phenomenal, light and day from what it was a couple weeks ago. So
Mantling, is that what you said?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah. running and jumping over
like
rocks or walls. and, yeah,
clamoring and stuff.
yeah.
Parkour.
I
Yeah.
actually like that they've started adding that to a lot of games nowadays, is the mantling aspect.
It's like a modern thing, definitely.
Well, I mean, you had it kind of with Gears of War. I mean, not really a mantle per se, but with Gears of War back in
More
the
like
day.
a hide. Like a
Yeah.
hide. Yeah.
Well, it used to
hide,
go over the wall
hide,
type of thing.
jump over the wall and hide. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't played Fortnite lately, I highly suggest just jumping in for a game or two, see what it's like. So it's definitely it's improved a lot. So
I haven't played in forever. I'm not sure I plan on it. But
I like the fact that they have the no build, because I think that brought so many players back. The build got a
that
little
meta
too
was
crazy.
too crazy. Yep.
yeah. No, that's all I play is the no build. I've dabbled into the build and I'm like, oh, fuck this, I'm back. I'm going out. So,
Yep.
but talking about Fortnite, let's move on to the next story. Fortnite's highly addictive nature is being challenged in court.
Oh.
It looks like there's been a lawsuit brought up against Epic Games that at least 3 sets of parents have come forward to sue Epic for the fact that they built a game and made it addictive to youths. So
Well, goes back to our original comment when we talked to who was it? Oh, Scott's dad. Okay,
Yep.
hey, let's be a parent.
Mhm.
Yeah, no offense to these people. Yeah, everything in life is addictive.
Well,
If
this
you-
lawsuit, they actually let it go forward with them comparing Fortnite to cocaine. So
yeah. Yeah, it was kind of funny reading through the initial stories that were coming out on it. Like, oh, my kids played over 7,700 hours of this game. I'm like,
and that
maybe
sounds
you
like
should have
you
stepped
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some crack dealers and some killers in the back, but we're going to take this one straight to the Supreme Court. Sounds like a great idea.
No, it's the Canadian Supreme Court, so they got time. Yeah, they're like,
They got time.
this guy used light maple syrup instead of dark, and they're like, oh god damn it, arrest him. No offense, Hit. We're all picking on Canada over here, and you're totally missing out on the whole thing.
It's
Hopefully
fine, I'm
this
used to it.
gets thrown out soon. It's just a circus.
Well, Hit, this is your legal system in play.
Sure.
he's,
Yeah.
he's
He's either embarrassed or doesn't care, or both. I'll say half and half.
No, yeah.
Oh. All right. Next story.
Okay. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 adds first raid this week. This is coming from GameStop. The raid mode will be a free. Is GameSpot? Oh, it is GameSpot. The raid mode will be a free content update. Modern Warfare 2 is getting a free content on December 14th. Will include a new raid mode. It was announced during the Game Awards, if we remember that. And it's part of Season 1 Reloaded, which will feature raids along with a bunch of other stuff, which will include Episode 1 called Adam Grade. Adam Garrod?
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, apparently these raids are going to be episodic, and we're getting our first one next week.
Yeah.
Is this the paid version of Call of Duty, or is this? I'm imagining it's the paid version.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
you have
real.
to actually
Call of Duty.
own.
This isn't Warsock. Yeah, this is real.
Well, it's free.
Yeah,
it's
So
free
I
if you
don't,
pay
so
for
I
the
don't know.
game.
I don't know what you mean.
Is it? Do you have to own the game?
You have to own
No.
the
Own
game.
COD.
No,
Yes.
Not just
no.
Warzone or DMZ.
No, I think
No,
you have to
no,
own
no.
Call of Duty for
No,
this.
you don't have to own nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you don't
What-
have to own. You don't have to own.
Make sure you're not
Modern
pulling
Warfare
Bungie.
to play Warzone.
No, this isn't
Right.
Warzone.
But
This
that's
is
what I mean.
No,
Is
I
this
know,
a-
but like
Is
the
this
whole
free
system.
content for the original base
The-
game?
This
Or
is
is
a
this free content for everybody?
This
Their
is an
whole
expansion
game-
to the
oh my God.
campaign.
Their whole game is set up into different game modes, kind of like how Halo is. Well, I guess they were trying to copy it, but like you go to their menu, you just select what you want. Like you already have the game when you want to play any of their modes. Like you
Yeah,
already
but
have
you
it.
have to pay. But you have to pay for
The
You have
campaign.
to pay for multiplayer, and you have to pay for the campaign. You don't have to pay for Warzone or DMZ.
They're saying that it's a free content update. So I'm assuming that it's going to be a mode in the menu along with the other modes that they have. That's what I gather from their wording.
From what
Yeah,
they
'cause-
said at the Game Awards, it's an expansion to the campaign. So you would have to own the game.
But this thing's saying it's free content update.
It's a
because
free
own
it's a free
mode.
update to the game if you own the game.
It's own mode, but you don't need to own the game to get the updates. Is what I'm telling you.
All right, I guess we'll
If you own Warzone and don't own the campaign, you are downloading all the updates every time there's an update, whether you own it or not.
but you don't get new multiplayer maps, even if they're free.
You get all that shit when it comes in an update. You get it whether you own it or not, because it's
But
the
Kim,
why would
mentality that
anyone
you
buy
will
the
unlock it
game?
one day.
Why would anyone buy
You
the
just
game?
can't open it. You just can't access it.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yes, the people that didn't buy shit and they have shit zone can't play this. People with the real game can
Yeah,
play this.
But they're saying in this fucking article that it's free, so they will be
Free
able to.
for the people that have
when
the
they
game.
open up Warzone, it's gonna show up on there as one of the selectable options.
Right,
It's
but
not.
will it be grayed out for me since I don't own the game?
No, you will because it's free.
No, Selden, it's gonna be great out for you. It's not gonna be great out for me.
All right, we'll see this week. when
It
it comes
goes
out what happens.
totally against what the article says. It's part of a free content update.
Yes.
But I take it
For
as
the
free
game.
content for the people that bought the game.
Thank
The
you.
No,
raid
it
will
doesn't-
continue
oh my
the story
God.
of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign.
Whoa.
So I think it's free for people that bought the game. Hit.
Thank you, Yant. Yes, thank you for reading.
All
this
right,
story.
well,
You had to
Makes
keep
sense.
scrolling down. The article's pretty long.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a campaign extension for free for people that were not cheap pussies. Be all cool with this now?
Right. Hit can beat us up next week when we come back and everybody can play.
Yes. All right. Next story. Vampire Survivors got a surprise and free iOS and Android release. So this was a kind of a twist during the Game Awards. They were like, hey, that game that everyone's loving on Game Pass that no one had heard of when it was on Steam and no one played it because who the fuck's on Steam? There's got too many games, too few choices, blah, blah, blah. But on Game Pass, this thing was out front and center. Front Street, everyone's playing it. And then they were like, oh, yeah, by the way, you can play this on your phone. And
and by the way,
yeah, have a good time. So, like I said, this announcement is what made me finally go back and be like, all right, I know my friends are playing this game, and now it's going to be free on phones and shit. Like, I'm going to go play it on Game
My
Pass
friends,
Ultimate.
he means the friends in his head.
Yes, but yeah, this is pretty good news. So, good news all around.
all right. Anybody? Next story.
Next story.
All right. Xbox assures Microsoft has an incredible, exciting year to come in 2023. After Microsoft didn't show much at the Game Awards, Aaron Greenberg came out in a tweet saying that big things are coming in 2023. Yeah, Xbox didn't have a good showing in the winners categories of
Because they didn't pay.
Because they didn't pay or didn't. But I mean, they had a couple things that were shown there that they're part of. But they obviously didn't spend a lot of money on advertisement.
Well, they're also too busy buying up all the studios right now. So let's be honest with you. So eventually they're just going to own the industry.
Yeah.
But I think it, once again, until games start hitting and meeting their deadlines, we'll have to see what happens. So, I mean, a lot was shown there that I don't expect to see in 2023 also. So,
yeah. I agree. All right, next story.
Hold on, I'm seeing if I actually want to take this one or not.
Sometimes we just take it to. I'll take one.
There's just one left, right?
No,
there's
just two.
Okay.
I don't know. If we want
Idris
the
Elba
Cyberpunk
is coming to Cyberpunk 2077 in 2023. For those of you that actually played this game, the update that's coming in 2023 will feature Idris Elba fully rendered in the game and showing that CD Projekt Red still has money to spend on big name people to be in their games. So just to drop back on polling here, who here has played or is currently playing Cyberpunk 2077?
Not since I returned it. So.
I would love to, but I still can't. Like, I don't know. I still can't buy into that they fixed it, and it looks. I've seen a few people play it, but I can't. I wanted to. I still want to be excited about it, but I don't know.
All right, so that's a 0 for 4 from Still Got Game. All right, last story. You read this one. Come on, just take it. Run with the ball. Run, Forrest, run. You're muted. You're not even talking. He's muted.
On Wednesday. Oh, hit your.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah,
everyone's voice is back.
Warzone 2, temporary Rocket League on Wednesday. Yay, raw. Should be fun. I didn't want to take the story.
All right, there we go.
It's not much to the story either, really. It's the biggest thing is
that Rocket League is coming to.
Yeah, pretty much. They're popping up a brand new building in the DMZ mode and adding a new map to the multiplayer mode that will need to be popped up, and people that own actually need to own. You will need to own Modern Warfare 2 for this to happen.
Wait, Modern Warfare 2. Oh,
Oh, so it actually states that you need to own it.
Wow.
So there you go.
All right.
And that's the stories.
That wraps up the news. So if any of those news stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com or comment on this episode's thread on the Tool Play homepage, and we'll try to address your story next week. And sponsors, if we had them, we'd pimp them right here, but we don't, so we won't. So sponsors, get in touch with us, 773-527-2961. Podcast@toolplay.com. You tell us what you're selling, we're telling you your pass. We'll sell it, you pass, boom, done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Toolplay related at twitter.com/toolplay. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/tool-to-play. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool-to-play. That is your DVR of Tool-to-Play content. Every single episode of every single show ever is on our YouTube channel. So Hits, Quick Hits, Thick and Thin with LB and Duty, sometimes featuring i6 Hitman, Tips and Immature Interviews, every episode of this show. Go there and subscribe and go deep into our content. And if you go deep enough, you might find Selden's show. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Give us 5 stars, and if you got a couple extra seconds, write something nice. There's also a fake app store on Android for poor people. Go there and rate the podcast something.
Can you say that?
I can say that. I can say whatever I want. That's what I do.
That's the great thing about the internet. You can say
I can say whatever I want. Yes. So go there, give it 5 dumbbells, and be like, "Yeah, golly gee, Martha, yeah, I like this podcast." But yeah, go there and do that, and help us out. We have a Twitch channel, not our old twitch.tv/tool-to-play, the partnered one. We have a special one, twitch.tv/still_got_game. Doesn't have a lot of followers, no subscribers, not partnered, but we could use some. So go there and throw us a bone, help us out, and get us to that partnered level like we were before. But then again, maybe we don't want that because we like to multi-stream. So I'm not even sure what the right answer is there. So, but definitely go there and boost our subscriber count. Twitch.tv/still_got_game. Underscores between, obviously. We have a Discord channel. That is discord.me/stillgotgame. That is discord.me/stillgotgame. That is where you can chat all day long with the proprietors of this podcast. I would say that Selden, he is 100% availability. Like, he could be in the bathroom and he's still going to answer you. He doesn't care. Like diarrhea, doesn't care. Throwing up, doesn't care. He's going to answer you. Then you have guys like Hit's like, if I'm there, I'll answer you. Yeah, it's cool. I got you. I'll answer you. Then there's people like me. I might answer you. Tiff, she might answer you. Yant, you got to at him. You got to let him know you're serious.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Where's this place at?
Yeah. And then once you mention him, if it's serious enough, Yant he'll form just like he did tonight. He gets it's like a summoning, a manifestation of him, and he'll be like, "Sup." Yeah. And then you don't fuck that up, because once you summon Yant and he's like, "Sup," your next thing has to be gold, pure gold, to keep him. But yeah, discord.me/stillgotgame and chat with us all day long. All right, on that, why don't we move on over some stuff we want to pimp. Hit, what do you got to pimp this week?
Yeah, just you're looking for me, check me out on Linktree. All my stuff's there. i6 Hitman. Huh? You, Jan, Selden?
Yeah, if you're looking for me, you can find me on my Linktree at Selden007 then there. Also, just don't forget that Christmas is coming up in a couple of weeks. It's a holiday season, Hanukkah, everything is rolling in. If you have the ability, look at your local, charitable donations that are taking toys or clothes or something like that, and think about giving back to the community, helping out those that are more in need than you. So
I'm just a figment of your imagination. So
So Jan's got nothing?
no, I got nothing. I would agree with Selden. Give somebody a hug over the holidays too, while you're at it.
Nice. All right. Well, all my shit's at Linktree/Derek Nolan. All of my links as well as all the show's links. But I'm going to double down on what Selden said. Whether it's Toys for Tots, whether it's some bin at your grocery store where you can drop extra food in. Just look out for the people that are not as fortunate as us, because we're kind of blessed. We do a show for free every single week with no monetary income from it. Yet
wait,
we come back week after week after week, and there's people that
I get something for it. Love.
So yeah, throw something back to the people that don't have the ability to just sit around and shoot the shit with their friends on the internet, that are looking for the next meal, that are looking to stay warm, looking to pay their heating bill, looking to pay their electric bill, trying to give their kids a good Christmas, Hanukkah, or whatever holiday season it is. Yeah, just look out for other people, man. It's sometimes you gotta look at yourself and realize how blessed you are to take care of someone else. So, just saying. All right. Well, I guess I want to remind you all, you can join us each every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tool2play, facebook.com/tool2play, twitch.tv/still_got_game, as well as on twitter.com/tool2play and twitter.com/still_got_game. This show is streaming fucking everywhere. 5 destinations, all as good as the next. So join us and have a good time. And I guess on that, why don't we wrap this last episode of 2022 up with 4 hosts. I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger the Hitman.
And I am Chris Selden 007 Selden.
I'm James Yaunt Dog Yaunt. Woof woof. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!